What is happening, Viking Nation and Grossi Posse Nation? I am your host, Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and since this regular season is over, everyone is done with their fantasy football seasons. I was done the week before in the Packast 2 League, and yes, as you can see right here, I won, and I am so ecstatic. So let's get right into it. So I got first place. Devontae's Inferno got second place. Tom Grassi got third place, and Fire Forever got fourth place. So good job to them. If we go to the standings in the regular season, I got second place. I went 10-4. I got the second most points in the entire league. Far Forever, who I faced in the first round of the playoffs, got 1,627 points. Um, Tom Grassi barely sneaked in, getting over the only other Vikings fan in here. Would have been cool to play Skull Squad in the championship game for all Viking matchup in a Packers league, but it is what it is. So yeah, my schedule. Let's go by team. My schedule. Oops, sorry. Got off to let me see, first game loss and a very high scoring 2-game winning streak, 1-game loss, and then a 4-game winning streak, followed by another loss to Devontae's Inferno, and then a 4-game win streak right here, a loss, and then the 2 playoff games. So let's break down each one of these games very quickly. But before we do that, let's go to the draft recap. So draft recap. I was projected to finish first overall in the regular season. That did not happen, but I did get second. I could have gone first if I would have, won week uh, 14. Yeah, I got an A plus for my draft grade. I think I did very good. Projected record 13-1. I got 10-4. So yeah, my team strength, New England defense, that really helped very early on. Not as much later on, but still very good. Anything else I want to add over here? My chance of making the playoffs were 90.2%. Chances to make the championship were 43.8%, and chance to win the championship 22%. Now, if we divide it equally between the 12 teams, I would have an 8.33% chance winning the championship. So this is very, very good. So I really like that. Let's go. So now let's get into the games themselves, and they have recaps and all that. So week 1, so I lost 114 to 127. As you can see, give it a minute. Right here on the side. So yeah, Watson, Wentz, dueling it out, and very good running back performances. Where I went really wrong is the flex position. T.Y. Hilton got him over the top, and that's how I lost. So week 2, let's go to week 2. Trying to get through these very fast because I don't want to make this a long video. Basically shut out. Well, not shut out, but like dominate Golden Taters. Biggest performers: Julio Jones, Travis Kelce, and New England Patriots defense, which really helped, helping get my first win of the fantasy football season. I think, and also Keno, it's very important to have a good tight end. You need to have a Kelce, an Ertz, or a Kittle, or for you to have a good chance of winning the championship. So week 3, being Cheesehead 7, 107 to 86. And Deshaun Watson and Julio Jones really highlighted that, and also Patriots defense. Bears defense did very good against Washington, but of course, the Redskins. Week 4, this is where I go 2-2. I lose to Far Forever, who scored the most amount of points. Basically, I've been having a lot of competitive battles. that week, Jarvis Landry in Patriots defense tried to get me over the top, but he was just consistent overall with Lamar Jackson. Very good, very good player. Kenny Galladay just tearing it up. Next week, week 5, um, crushed Beast Lowen. Yeah, 140 to 103. Watson having his biggest game against the Falcons defense. Sony Michel getting so many touchdowns against the Redskins. Chris Carson doing some damage against the Rams. Anything else? And Patriots defense doing their usual. Oh, also, Adam Vinatieri actually had a good game. And Christian McCaffrey tried to carry his team, but it wasn't enough. So week 6. Week 6, oh my goodness, this was one of my best wins ever, 139 to 73. Not even close at all. Watson and Chris Carson getting most of my points, along with the Patriots defense. And this, I see a claim third place. They have these headlines, which I really like. Patrick Mahomes and Goodwin were his only 2 good players. So week 7. Week 7. Oh, yes, Max Sack Pack. Bears fan, I guess. Any people highlighted me this week? That week. Patriots defense and Michelle, well, he had Jacksonville defense in his kicker. So yeah, defense and kicker cannot carry you unless it was the Patriots defense early on against bad teams. Now, this is the one I really want to highlight. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this. This came down to the wire. Me and Tom Grassi. 126 to 122. Very good game. Coming back from behind. I don't know what the Monday night game was, but I don't think it had any impact whatsoever. Yeah, no impact whatsoever. So what got me over the top was Travis Kelce, which is why it's good to have a great tight end against the Green Bay Packers. Patriots defense against the Browns. Adam Vinatieri have another good game. Julio Jones and Deshaun Watson tearing it up. Edelman and Michael Thomas and Latavius Murray, man. Whew, I'm surprised Tom Gross did not beat me. But, hey, I got you, Tom. But you made the playoffs anyway, so good for you. My worst performance yet, 79 points. Michelle and Amendola, nothing. That Patriot and former Patriot, nothing. Watson had a decent game against the Jaguars, but the combination of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and what was it? I missed somebody. No, oh yeah, Kenyon Drake. Yeah, and Kenyon Drake winning down the Cardinals, perfect for fantasy owners. So next week I got 111 points, 89. This is and let me see, Jarvis Landry and other people had decent games. Well, his team really didn't do good except the New York Jets defense. So week 11, playing the other Vikings fan. Oof, yeah, this is probably the least amount of points my opponent has ever scored because he played Tom Brady. Tom Brady has not been doing good, but that's because of lack of weapons. Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Parker did okay. Vikings even against the Broncos, that comeback. Let me see. My team, John Brown, carried it against the Dolphins because Dolphins defense sucks. Week 12 against Cheese Ballers. Also very low scoring from my opponent, 107 to 67. Not really any good performance by me. It was just bad by him. Josh Allen basically carried the team, but also a bye and injury, I think. Yeah. You need to, update your team. So 91 to 80, this was one of my second worst performance ever. But, Watson carried my team while Devontae Adams carried his team along with the Buccaneers defense against the Jaguars. Yeah, Jaguars falling apart. Week 14 to get the number 1 seed did not happen. I lost 113 to 122, losing because Jimmy Garoppolo and Robert Woods and Aaron Jones. Oh man, they're beasts. Young Huku did great for me. Picked him up later on, and then Steelers defense because Patriots defense wasn't cutting it. Kelce having a decent game, and Watson. So playoff games, week 15. Oh boy, this was going to be a matchup. Me versus Far Forever. I did not think I was going to win this game. 156 to 122. Lamar Jackson, Thursday Night Football, after he got 37 points, I thought it was over, like finito. But Dalvin Cook did not do so good against the Chargers. He also got hurt, which is why Tyler Lockett had a monster game against the Panthers. But Emmanuel Sanders against the Falcons only 1.9 points. Bills defense did great for him, but also the Patriots defense did very good for me. AJ Brown did good for me. Kelsey did good for me. Landry not so good, but Julio Jones, who would ever thought against the 49ers defense? Oof. And Chris Carson. So, championship game. Man, oh man, was this a nail biter to the end. 97.46 and 95.8. That was a difference of 1.66 repeating. Whew. So to win the championship, Julio Jones carried my team along with A.J. Brown and Travis Kelsey, my three main people right here. And he was just more consistent across the board, but he also had Kittle. So yes, good tight ends win championships. So this was a very close matchup. Good job to Devontae's Inferno to gain to the championship game. Tom Grassi getting third place, and Fire Forever getting fourth place. So, just to recap, a Vikings fan can win a Packers fantasy football league. So, thank you, Tom Grassi, for allowing me to be in your fantasy football league. This has been Minnesota Vikings fan 28, and as always, Skull.